everybody. Welcome to my channel. Sorry we're late. We're having a little bit of technical difficulties over here. Miss Martin Muses is having some technical difficulties, and Jayne will be with us very shortly. She's just running a little late, but I'm glad to be here with Scott from Sporking News Podcast, whose link is in the description. So please subscribe to Scott if you have not done so. He does a lot of great content over on his channel. Scott, tell everybody who you are. What are you doing here?
I am here because you asked me to. I again, Scott from Sporking News Podcast. I cover all the stuff we cover: WandaVision, MCU. What the hell am I talking about?
Oh my!
Stick with me, people. Pop culture mostly. I like Game of Thrones, but A Song of Ice and Fire, the book series. So we do that every Monday night, and then we cover pop culture on Wednesday and Saturday nights, and hopefully I'll start doing videos soon enough again. So. That's what I do.
Excellent. I was just pulling up the oh, here we go. Hi.
Hello. Oh,
can you hear us?
Give me a second. In my computer. So I'm here. Hello.
Welcome.
Yay. Whatever you did, it worked.
Yeah, I guess when in doubt, press reset.
There you go. Yeah, it's like the IT crowd. Did you try turning it off and on again?
Precisely.
That always works. So Teresa, tell everybody who you are and where they can find you.
Oh, well, you can find me here on YouTube at Miss Martin Muses, where I talk about what makes me laugh, makes me cry, makes me happy, makes me sad, or just really ticks me off. You can also find me on Twitter, Teresa2_Martin.
Excellent. And Teresa's link is also in the description. So please subscribe to Miss Martin Muses. She's pretty awesome. Okay. So WandaVision, what did you guys think overall?
This episode?
Yeah. Well, this episode and the season, I guess, because it's
okay. So finale. I'm not going to. All right. Tough. Because everybody a bit of a letdown, but I'm not going to say it was a wash. Mm-hmm. I enjoyed watching the series.
Sure.
Didn't end the way I would hope it would end. There wasn't, I think a little bit of the so-called leaks and, what's his name? Paul Bettany, saying things that were, people saying there was going to be a Luke Skywalker size, cameo and stuff like that.
I'm pissed.
Yeah, they screwed up. They definitely screwed up by doing stuff like that. I just think the story could have ended better, but all in all, I enjoyed the first half of the season pretty much.
Me too.
Yeah,
definitely. Teresa, what about you? What did you think?
I wasn't as let down as everybody else, but I think the reason was that I waited to even start watching this or even paying attention to it on purpose until right before the finale. So
because you kind of binged it, right?
Yeah, I binged it all right before I came on last Sunday. And I recall even last week I was a little bit bewildered because you all were talking about all these things, and I was like, I don't remember it being an issue. And you kept saying, well, what do you think about the Luke Skywalker moment? I just was thinking, what Luke Skywalker moment? Because I wasn't following it. So it all makes sense now. Some of the things that I was in the last episode of your show last Sunday night, because I was thinking, I have no idea what the hell you all are talking about. And then I found out that they've been running their mouths and thinking they were being really cute by dropping all of these hints. And because I wasn't watching the episode every week and having 7 days to speculate, read all the articles, read all the teasers. Mm-hmm. So in that sense, with that caveat, I will say I did enjoy it.
Mm. I enjoyed it too. And
I didn't even mind the finale because I think if you just watch the whole thing and forget any of the BS that everyone else was saying,
right?
I think it went exactly where it was supposed to go.
I totally agree with you, Teresa. And here's the thing: I actually did a few reviews when when the first 4 episodes dropped, I did like, episode 1, 2, and 3 and 4 reviews. And then after that, I was like, you know what? I'm going to stop reviewing the show because I feel like I need to know exactly what happened. So I started doing these instead, where I just wanted to talk about it with people. But after like I was watching the episodes, I would go and, watch all the like, theories and like all the stuff. And I feel like that kind of took away from the show because like everyone's going to have a different theory. Everyone's going to have a different like, viewpoint about how like where it should go or how it should, end or whatever. And I feel like while those theories are valid and everything, you're never going to get what you think. Like, so like it just I don't know. It took away from it.
I get that. And I kind of agree with you. I think I saw somebody, Robert Anderson, said like the 600 Easter eggs that turned out to be red herrings.
Right.
I agree with that. The thing that really, I got to be honest, that pissed me off was, why would you ever bring in the Fox Quicksilver if he's going to be a boner joke?
Right.
Like, that was that right there. That was the part of that finale where I was like, that's when I was mad. Other than that, I enjoyed it.
And apparently that's what they were talking about when they said they were talking about that like Luke Skywalker moment. It turned out to be him. And I was like, him?
For a boner
joke.
Who
cares?
That's all it was, a boner joke.
Yeah, that was the only thing. Now, before we get into breaking down the episodes, I just want to say hi to everyone who's here. We have Zekarat, hello. Tyron Beard, hello. Hail to you. Mega Mac is here. Sporking News is in the chat. So is Miss Martin, but she fixed her issues, so she's here now. Sven is here. Hello. Deviant Porg is here. Wardog Heim. Hello, Kami Jeremy. Always that name always cracks me up. That is so funny. The finale was entertaining, just disappointing to me. I'm sorry. That sucks. Robert Anderson's here. Hello. I wonder how many of the 600 plus Easter eggs turn out to be just red herrings. A lot, I think.
All of them.
That's why I stopped watching those Easter egg videos because I was like, they're not going to do any of this. Everyone's going to be so disappointed. Another monster. Hello. Stunt Rat, thank you for being here. Mad's Mama Bear. She's happy that someone else isn't mad about it. Well, I'm not mad about it either. I honestly like to be completely honest with you, my opinion of Disney is in such a gutter stage that I actually was like, this is pretty okay. Like it wasn't.
Think about it this way. We're talking about it and we enjoyed most of the episodes and had fun talking about it. So for the most part, like, yes, I'm a cynical person, but like, I'm not cynical to be cynical. Like if something I enjoy, like strikes me, I'm going to enjoy it. And I did for the most part. I really enjoyed this show. I found the love story, like when they did the love story in the second to last episode where he just made that one line, like about death. It brought together the relationship they had in the movies better than it ever did in one line.
Sure.
So it was good.
I agree with you.
And I will give you that point, Sporking, when you said the difference is the thing that you're rightly pissed off about is that it's one thing for the fans to speculate and everything.
Yes.
It's another thing for the people that are involved with the production to be dropping that kind of stuff.
To troll us.
Knowing it's a troll, knowing it's not going to come true.
Yeah.
Right.
And that
you're talking about that Luke Skywalker comment,
the Luke Skywalker moment, what they kept saying about the actor that
Benny's like, I always wanted to work with, and it turned out it's
going to be an amazing cameo.
Yeah.
Though to his credit, he did say he thought it was a funny joke, and then he went, "Oh crap!" But they did nothing to disabuse anything, and they encouraged it. So, it's not the fans' fault if they start speculating and expecting something that you, as the people involved with the production, put out there.
Yeah, it's like false advertising. And with that, hello, Jayne. Thank you for joining us.
Hello. Happy to finally make it.
Yay! You want to tell everyone? I'm sure everyone knows who you are, but tell everyone who you are and where they can find you. Or not.
You're muted, Jayne.
Oh. Yes,
Also say your line.
You
Say your
Oh,
line.
Lord.
Say it.
Hey guys.
Yay!
You can find me here on YouTube where I post movie and television reviews and pop culture commentary. You can also find me on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram at Jayne Theory.
Her YouTube link is in the description, and also she just put out a what's it called? A review for Coming to America,
Yes.
which I could not agree with more, Jayne.
What'd you say?
We need to talk, girl. We need
I
to
just
talk.
watched it today. What'd you think? Just quick,
Oh,
because I didn't see your video yet.
Yeah, exactly.
Cash grab.
cash grab. Exactly.
Let's just say I freaking fell asleep. I was like, what? I
Yeah.
never fall asleep in movies. And this was, anyways, wrong stream. But we need to talk, girl. Shit. That was terrible. Okay. So, Jayne, overall thoughts about the episode and the season?
I didn't hate the episode. I felt like it was a bit basic compared to what we were led to believe and expect. In terms of the entire season, it was a letdown because the season started out so good.
Yeah.
And there were so many questions that we had, and we were looking for answers that we just didn't get. They built every episode, they built it up and added these different elements, and then it just all sort of fell apart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was like every season of Game of Thrones in one season. Like the first couple were really good. The middle was, what the hell are they doing? And the end was like, oh man, really? What a letdown. But again, ultimate.
I
enjoyed
the ending was like, oh man, what a letdown. I actually I didn't
keep
mind
going back and forth. I keep going back and forth because I don't want to be negative for once.
Yeah,
but there's moments where I was like, are you serious? That's how it ended. And then I don't know. They had
let's start breaking it down.
They could have just wrapped it up, I think, in 3 or 4 episodes.
And I mean, I totally agree with you, Mads Mama. That's kind of how I went into this show watching, again, because my opinion of Disney is so in the gutter that I felt like, I mean, they were just doing something different, and I felt like that's a good thing. And I commended them for doing something different. But maybe it was just a little too different. I don't know.
Well, and I want to give Jayne Theory props because last week you were saying they're not going to be able to do this. They're not going to be able to wrap all this up in just one episode. Yeah. But also in that sense, I was not disappointed because I really felt like it was just about leading into the next movie. So, and that's exactly what they did.
And you guys think that the next movie is going to be like Captain Marvel 2, or what do you guys think it's going to be?
Oh God, they have it out. I mean,
I think it's Doctor Strange, isn't it?
No. I think the next movie is Black Widow.
Well, how the hell is this going to lead into Black Widow? That's weird.
Yeah.
The reason I said Captain Marvel 2 is because of the Skrull reveal or whatever. So I figured that's what they're doing. But
well, don't forget. I mean, they started to do setup for 4 movies away in Iron Man 1. So, I mean, there might be things that we're complaining about in this series that they actually answer down the line. Like, who the hell was the physicist or astrobiologist, whatever the hell that was. And, just certain things that where the frig was Doctor Strange?
Where the hell was Doctor Strange? We've been told all season that Doctor Strange is making an appearance. Doctor Strange is making an appearance. They give us 2 freaking end clips, and we don't get shit. Okay, I'm sorry. That's the one thing that I was really pissed off about.
Think about
where's Doctor freaking Strange, man?
Think about this. He lives in New York. This is New Jersey, one of the biggest magical explosions you probably will ever see, that brings Agatha all the way here, but yet Doctor Strange is just nowhere to be found, when this is something that he should be checking out because he is the master of all this. He's the one to keep this all in check for the world. That's the one thing that really upset me. I was really hoping that he would come and at least make an appearance because it's about magic.
Exactly. And also Mega Mac is totally right in this, because I was like, why is he shooting the kids? It was so that was out of character. So Mega Mac says, Hayward became an evil 80s bad guy cliche in the latest episode. Trying to shoot the kids was way over the top. That's what I thought too. I was like, okay, I get it that you're a douchebag and everything, but him shooting the kids multiple times was
What
Yeah,
about
really?
them? I mean, Vision also told the kids, like, you weren't prepared for this, but you were born for it.
Right.
Your children.
Mm, yeah,
Yeah,
right.
that's what she said to her.
You've
The
been
kids too.
alive for about 3 days now. Get ready.
Yeah,
Yeah,
get ready.
time for war.
Yeah, but it was just one big setup. I mean, because even the last line with Wanda and Vision will say hello, so we know that the White Vision. Everyone's like, "Well, where was White Vision?" It's like White Vision was off getting ready for the movie.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I want to get to that for
We got
sure.
so much stuff to talk
But
about.
like this scene, I liked
Yeah, me too.
because I was like, okay, this is like a total nod to what's it called?
Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, the Wizard of Oz, and
And
I
the
like
funny
that.
thing is,
Yeah.
doesn't her mother have the name of the Wicked Witch of the East? Isn't
That I'm
her
not-
mom's name
that
is
I'm
like
not
the
sure.
same? Yeah, I thought I heard that somewhere, and I was like, oh, okay, nice little thing there.
Ecclesia's Black Widow was supposed to be released last year anyway, so not really connected. That's true.
Yeah.
They were supposed to
True.
release it last year.
That's why I said it's the next movie. It's all confused now.
It's all
I
very
didn't like this
confusing.
scene, by the way.
You didn't like this scene?
It's completely like, why?
Because they were trying to be silly again. Like they can't decide if they want to be silly or if they want to be serious. It's like one of those things.
I really
Yeah.
can't.
It's very uneven.
It was smart that she hit her with the car, at least.
Somewhat. Okay, so then we get unemotional Vision, and she's all happy to see him. And then he starts to want to kill her.
Smash your head in.
Yeah, like there it is.
Why couldn't he? Exactly.
I guess because
She got magic brains.
she got magic brains. And she looks like she's kind of like pulling him apart. So she has some strength, I'm guessing. But
Very good question, though. I mean,
That is a
it
good question.
is because she's like super witch. She has super bones. Like, yeah, I didn't even think about that.
mind you, like her hand is all whack now. So you would think she would be all like a lot weaker, especially on that side.
Mhm.
She'd be crumbling. Dang it! I just
Um,
want to take some paint and paint him. He looks so much like those little models he used to do as a kid.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Well, being Vision too. I mean, I know he's like robotic Vision, but
Uh-huh.
like Vision can change his form. So why didn't they at least say, "Hey, make yourself look like the other Vision"?
Right.
Right. Robert is asking for what is Hayward going to jail? Is it a crime to shoot an imaginary children? What was his crime? Well, his crime was actually the fact that he was trying to reactivate Vision and use him as a weapon. I think that's more his crime than anything else. I mean, yeah, like the shooting the kids thing is weird, but they're not real. So
Valid point, though, man. Like,
yeah.
I
did
feel like
he
it was a
know?
situation.
Did he know that they were real? I mean, granted, she created them, but does he know they're not flesh and blood now? You know, like, so I just think they wanted to make sure. What up, Nerd Cookies was nice enough to invite me on her channel. I could not get away. So
Aw.
thank you, buddy. Yeah, Hayward just like could have been something better, and they just turned him to be like this one trick pony. I hate all soups because we had to stay here when everybody else got snapped away. You know?
Yeah. There's Nick Cookies, her husband. But yeah, I agree. I mean, it was kind of that was weird. I don't know. There's so many weird things about this episode. I was like, what? She throws him away. Or
No, he gets
what
tackled.
happened? He gets tackled. Oh yeah, he gets
Yep.
tackled by real vision, or not real vision.
Mind Vision.
Colorful vision.
Color Vision.
Middle Vision.
The color vision?
Person of color vision.
Oh my God, white versus personal color vision. That's not
Yeah.
good.
Oh,
That's exactly what it was. You guys know that's what it was.
I'm totally not rooting for the white guy.
So then, oh my God. So then, of course, she's still alive. And then we cut to this useless.
Can I just say
acting.
though, that was a cool cut, like how they flew away and it went through the window to her. That was a cool. I thought that was a very cool directorial cut. I thought that was editing was really neat. To bring us to an addict that was worthless.
That was
boner
so
joke. That I'm still pissed off about that. I'm sorry.
I know this was terrible because they kind of wasted her character too. Here we have a character where, she turned into a superhero. That episode was really cool. I liked the fact that she turned into a superhero. And then all of a sudden she's like in this basement with this dude for no reason. I was like, okay.
Because they're waiting for her moment in the movie.
Yeah.
Right. And then Vision and person of color Vision.
Oh my gosh.
POC
Vision and white Vision are duking it out.
I gotta ask something real quick though.
Sure.
Back to Boner. Boner and Rambeau.
Okay.
Now,
there you go. Perfect scene for your comment.
I know that the name gets dropped later, but so he's just an average dude that she is controlling, I guess.
Mhm.
But my question is this. So if she has the ability, Agatha, to give a normal guy superhuman powers, why doesn't she give everybody superhuman powers and then attack, Wanda? Think about it. Like, how can she give him Quicksilver's powers? Like, that's why I thought it was the dumbest choice to take Quicksilver from the other movie and put him in here to just be a boner joke, when now you're telling me that Agatha has the ability to give any person, like, I would totally be her slave if she can give me powers. Like, I would totally do what she asked me to do if I could be Superman or, the Flash or, Quicksilver. So is that something she can do? Like, is that a power a witch can do?
I wonder if she's limited, if this is just a limited version of what Wanda's doing, because Wanda's doing that. She's just having her people live normally.
Right.
So maybe she just doesn't have the power to take over the minds of all the other people in town.
But
yeah, and
give
that's
them
what she
superhuman
wants.
powers? Wow, that's crazy.
That's what she wants. She wants like Wanda's powers. That's why she's like trying to make her give her all her powers or whatever. Jay, I agree with you. It says, I wish Monica would have been more added to the fight. She just stopped bullets with her powers. Stop calling person of color Vision.
The thing too is she knows she has powers now, right? So why is she acting helpless in this situation?
Very well said.
Because plot.
Right.
I don't know. I thought that person of color Vision was pretty funny.
I think it's hilarious.
There we go.
Well, you are about to
because,
be demonetized forever, but for that, you realize.
Oh God!
Think about
It's
it though.
okay.
They start off fighting and then they talk and solve their problems, right?
Right. The way everyone should.
The way people
That's
should.
true. That's
It's unity, actually.
Yes.
It is unity. Oh my goodness. So then this dude steals.
How does he do this? How does he steal this phone in front of
And
the
that
black
dude's
guy
right behind him. Yeah, the guy's right behind him.
Cares. Nobody cares. Like this dude's like staring right at him.
Yeah,
but-
do you think those guys behind him are like, I fucking hate Hayward too, so let's just
yeah, like Hayward's such a douchebag. Who cares?
Yeah. And let's just have a moment to appreciate that Hayward is the white man and all the other good people are either women or persons, as they say, persons of color. And the evil white man is sitting there frothing at the mouth in this episode, saying, I'm evil, I'm evil.
Did he use like something? Oh my God. He uses a pin to get out of this. This is
Hey, well, don't forget he's been working on magic. He's been working on magic since the first Ant-Man. So he really likes magic tricks. So I thought that was kind of funny.
That's true.
I thought it was kind of funnier that people were standing right behind him and he steals a phone. Like if he just took the paper clip, that would have been perfect. But he steals a phone.
War.Crime for $5 says, gotta bounce, but wanted to say thanks. Well, thank you so much for that $5. You are very appreciated, and I hope you have a great night. Try and catch the playback later. Sorry, Jane, what were you saying?
No, I was just saying, I think that's a really good point, that this is set up for his character to do something like this, but it was so obvious though. Like, it wasn't, it wasn't subtle. He just grabbed the phone off of the table.
But you know what it is too, is like, that's kind of what I said a couple of episodes ago, or even like, I think it was the last episode, that they've already given us, they wanted to do the obvious. Like they were like, we're just going to stick with the most obvious shit possible so that, we don't subvert any expectations, because that's why they did the whole Agatha Harkness thing. Because they were like, oh, we're just going to be like the most milk toast. So, no one can, say anything about it. Nerd Cookie says, what I enjoyed was Vision's arc in this series. I loved the philosophical conflict with White Vision. I agree.
That was good.
I have to say, Vision throughout this series was my favorite part.
Me too.
Favorite part. And I did enjoy like that. He knew himself well enough to say to the other Vision, like, wait a minute, if like, who is the real Vision? You're programmed to attack Vision, but like, am I Vision? Are you Vision? Like, that was so smart. She's absolutely correct. Like, I loved that. And I love this part, like the pain these people were in. And she's just like, but she's not sympathetic at all. She's not sympathetic at all. Like,
well, at first she's not, but then she realizes, she's like, wait a minute, maybe I'm totally wrong.
I don't know. She keeps being like, you guys were happy. Everybody was happy. I'm now going to choke you all.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Oh my God. I felt like she was a little bit remorseful later. That's why she did what she did, because if she didn't give a shit, she wouldn't have freed them, right?
Yep. Yeah, I guess so. I just realized it says using the power of Mother Earth right behind her as she like uses magic. That's
oh my God. I didn't even notice that. All natural formula.
Boy.
Oh my.
Yeah, no, but I agree that not just the Vision part, but the whole WandaVision aspect of it, that they really, really showed how it was true love and family and what they lost with what stupid ass Thanos did.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then she brings this book, which we saw in her little lair.
Yeah, the Darkhold.
Yeah, Daedric artifact.
Yeah, well, that's a big deal, because now, like, I was a Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. fan, and now I feel like they're saying that's not canon, because their Darkhold is a different Darkhold. It looks completely different. Now, maybe the book, because it's magical, they'll say changes form, but hopefully that's it.
Because magic.
I liked how the book basically describes Scarlet Witch, though. That was cool.
Right. With the hexagon behind her.
The hexagon and everything. Yeah. But then again, like all this stuff here, where is Doctor Strange?
That's what I'm saying.
What the? Okay.
You're absolutely right, though. He should sense that something like this, something massively magical, is happening across the goddamn river.
Exactly.
It's in Jersey. He's in New York. I'm sorry.
Maybe in the movie they're going to show him. Yeah, they're going to say that he was somewhere else and being tied up or something.
He better be in a different freaking dimension. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, he's in a different dimension or something.
But I got to say, I do love them as actors more than I liked them before. Like Ashley Olsen. What's Olsen is she?
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth Olsen, and the one who plays Agatha and Vision. I really enjoyed their acting.
Yeah, me too. I especially really like Elizabeth Olsen now as well. So then these people start waking up.
Well, and they're pissed.
Dude, I thought that they were all gonna like collectively attack her.
And all they do is beg her.
You got numbers. But they just all like approached her and started talking to her. I would be like, I'd be picking up like whatever I could find to like get this bitch like knocked out. You got some other witch up there. I'd be helping her out because like she's imprisoning them, right? Like I would be like, do something.
Could I just respond to Shellback? Because I thought the same exact thing. It's not MS-13 on the board. It says M and 13. For a second, I'm like, did they just put MS-13 on that board? No. Yeah, it says M and 13, I believe, like the funky and signed.
I was going to say, they don't want to die.
Yeah, they don't want to die. I guess that's true. Nerd Cookie says, when Loki arrived on Earth, Doctor Strange reacted pretty fast. So yeah, I thought it was odd he didn't appear when all this was going down. I thought the same thing. I really thought that they were going to have a cameo of Doctor Strange. They even had like a little teaser. Remember a couple of episodes ago, like there was a teaser that dropped that like Doctor Strange was going to be in it.
And you remember I kept saying that was from his movie?
Yes, and you were saying that it was from the original other movies. Yeah. And I was like, really? So they don't even have like original shots? And then I guess they didn't have original shots because they were like, we're not putting him in. So,
and that's why they are A -- holes.
Yeah, it's crazy though. Like I totally thought they were gonna put him in this show, at least for like a cameo, at least for an end credit scene. We didn't get shit.
No.
So then this chick, oh my God, back to this waste of
She's
time.
just sitting there reading bills and looking at, random pieces of paper. What?
His name's actually Boner. This is terrible.
Oh God. That's just the part that kills me. I still, yeah, definitely being trolled the whole time. Like, I still feel like you took a beloved character, one of the only characters people loved from those, X-Men movie, Fox X-Men movie, who could have been fantastic in the MCU, and you set him up with the same exact powers. And now you're telling me his name is Ralph Boner and that Agatha can give somebody superhuman powers. That's what blows my mind. A witch, like, I would totally be like, I'll do whatever you want if you can make me super fast.
Yeah.
Like,
To me, it just shows me that they have a very strong disdain for their fans because they do not respect quote unquote fanboys or fangirls for that matter.
Or they're just oblivious to what we really want.
No, they knew exactly what they were doing by
That's why they
hiring the
teased it.
same actor.
Yeah.
They're not that stupid. They could have hired anybody to do that role. But when they knew exactly what the fans were going to, the conclusion to which you all were going to come when they cast him.
But I'm just glad they didn't cast the original one because that really would have picked me off.
Messed up.
That would have been weird. But I just think this whole thing was stupid, and especially the fact that they didn't have Doctor Strange in it, because they definitely teased that, and they were like, it was, there are so many teases that he's going to be in there. And then, and they knew the fans wanted him like as at least a cameo, but they didn't give that to us. And I think that's so Disney.
Yeah. I even thought Boner would be like Mephisto or Nightmare or I don't know.
All the fans had all these amazing theories.
It would have been such a good show.
No, what you had in your head was a better show than what you got.
Yeah,
exactly.
But again, even though I'm complaining, I loved it.
Wait, so then he's real, and then he was being controlled by this thing. Is that what was going on? I don't understand what this whole thing was.
It was like a totem of some sort that gave him superhuman powers. I'd wear it. I'm wearing it.
But that's the thing. So what is the difference between this dude and the kids and Vision?
So he's a real person that was in this town, that she was able to use this necklace to overtake Wanda's mind control and use it for herself. Yeah. That's what I got from it.
But isn't he from another universe?
No.
Oh.
He's just some dumb actor named Boner.
He
Ralph.
just looks like the guy, yeah.
Oh, he just looks like the guy. So he's not even like the X-Men dude.
Not at all. Like, don't even put X-Men in your mind. Because
they just thought it was funny.
What a waste of an actor. And he's a great actor too.
That sounds terrible, and it makes me kind of upset even more than this show. Okay. I didn't really clue into that until right this second. I like her eyes though.
Cool. I like her eyes.
I think she's gonna have awesome powers. Like, you see glimpses of it, but she's just learning, I guess.
She should have a spin-off show.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind that.
I watch it.
So then the kids are watching this all go down, and then they become helpful.
I'd watch those kids.
They're born to this.
That's a better show.
It's a better show. I'd rather watch those kids, like kicking some ass.
So then these people all start waking up, and they're like,
the mother from that 70s show is like, if you're not going to let us free us, just kill me. And I
just
thought,
kill
wow.
us. Yeah, just kill us. That's what got to her, I think, when she said that. She was like, oh my God, is it really that bad? Okay.
It's like, yeah, you dummy.
Which is what Vision told her episodes ago.
Yeah. Who got Wanda Prego?
She did. She's like a toad.
Hey, girl, what's up?
You're muted.
Hey.
Hey.
I have my sound turned down.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Oh, it's Nerd Cookies. Hello.
Hello.
What'd you think?
Tell us your thoughts.
Yeah, well, I said a couple of stuff already that I felt like it was mostly just one big kind of tease and just the creators just trolling kind of the whole time, trying to throw us off from all the fan theories. But I felt like if you're going to use the actor Quicksilver, the Evan Peters, is that his name?
Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
And not think that everyone's going to theorize, since Disney owns all these properties with the multiverse and all these Spider-Verse elements being introduced. Of course, fans are going to wonder if there's going to be Magneto or Professor X, or
Yeah.
Mhm.
especially
Mhm.
with Paul Bettany. He didn't help the situation.
Not
So,
at all.
and then they had to warn people they're going to be disappointed. So yeah, we were
Yeah.
kind of disappointed.
Yeah, I mean, even like that's the one reason I didn't. I think actually, Nerd Cookies, that's the one reason I don't hate this last episode, is because they told me I'd be disappointed. So I went into it thinking this is going to be terrible, and I enjoyed parts of it. Like you said, the whole Vision part, like when they're in the library talking to each other, like he's teaching him like philosophy pretty much, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
that was really awesome.
His entire story arc was the most intriguing to me. Just
Mhm.
him trying to figure things out
Yep.
of the Hex situation, and so that part was cool. Him trying to figure out the mystery, and he knows something's wrong, and so that was interesting. And then leading up to his conflict with White Vision, that was cool. Him battling
Mhm.
himself.
Yep.
There were the physical elements, them phasing in and out, and
Yeah, that
how
was
they.
dope.
Yeah, that was cool. But then how it led to the philosophical.
Yeah.
That was kind of a nice conclusion too. And of course, the action ramps up with Wanda at that time, so it kind of evened it out.
Mhm.
Mhm.
But yeah, he was the best element for me, and it's cool. I'm looking forward to seeing him again. I wonder where he went.
I
Yeah.
wonder where he went to, and that's something we're going to
Yeah.
talk about when we get to that
Yeah.
point, because that was one of my beefs with the series. I was like, what?
Yeah, but I do wish that they didn't allow, or they didn't foster fans' theories just so we could be disappointed. I feel like
Yeah.
we could have
Yes.
done it on our own. Easter
Mhm.
eggs are fine, but with the appearance of Evan Peters, like, of course we're gonna go there, and
Yep.
all
Mhm.
what we imagined was way cooler than what they
Yeah.
had intended.
Well, and also like teasing that there's going to be Doctor Strange in it and all this stuff, and
Yeah.
it's like we're going to have a Luke Skywalker moment and blah blah
Oh yeah,
blah.
Yeah.
Why don't
I
you
thought it
guys
was
just
Doctor
shut up?
Strange. After Paul Bettany said that, an actor he'd always wanted to work with, an Avenger, and he didn't come. I was like,
Yeah.
That was
come
so
on,
wrong.
man. Oh, it was me. He was talking about me the whole time.
Yeah, they are a bunch of sadists. That's what they are, and like I said, they're a holes. It's there's no other way to put it. And this is why people don't like Hollywood anymore. There used to be a respect for the audience. Now, didn't there?
Mhm.
And of course, people are going to speculate if you friggin' tell us to speculate.
Mhm.
But it just, every aspect of it just to me drips disdain for the audience, who, let's just be honest, I think is maybe in many ways more intelligent than they are themselves. And yes, I said that. They are stupid.
Well, they're just not as creative. That's and that's what has been the problem in Disney for a while now. Like whether you're looking at Lucasfilm or MCU, which is now
What?
basically
No.
MCU.
They're cannibals. That's what
They're
they
just
are.
not as creative as they used to be. You don't
They
think
have a rock for a character. What?
Right.
Oh my God. Don't even
This is
start
And
that.
upon this rock.
They don't understand the concept of subversion done properly. It's
Right.
like they want to subvert
Mhm.
your expectations, but they don't give you something better than what
Can
you
I-
expected.
Can I say F you, Dan and Dave, for ruining that word?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You can.
Yeah,
Go right ahead.
the best example of subverting expectations, as we all know, is Empire Strikes Back. No, I am your father. That
Right.
is, and it
Mhm.
led to the entire whole point of the whole trilogy. That's
Right.
subverting expectations correctly.
Or Ned Stark getting his head chopped off. Spoilers for season 1 of Game of Thrones,
Oh
people.
my God! Spoilers.
Well, who cares? I mean, for crying out loud, if you don't
Wow.
know he's dead by now, the spoiler in itself is the fact that it's being played by Sean Bean.
Yeah, right. You
Yeah.
already knew.
I
You already
actually
knew.
heard it described really well on a stream last night on the High Ground, where someone in the audience said what they did was they gave us Easter eggs that when we opened them up, we only found that there was no chocolate inside.
Oh, man.
What kind of a
They were
jerk would do
empty?
that? They were
Oh.
empty Easter eggs. You know, you get those
No,
little
they
Easter
weren't
eggs.
empty.
Here
There
you
were
go,
rocks
kid.
inside.
Or rocks, or even worse. Yeah, they were rocks. They weren't
It was-
jelly beans. They were rocks.
I love Robert Anderson, man. You have some
Yeah,
great stuff.
Robert Anderson says is it my fault for feeling misled when they literally crammed hundreds of Easter eggs into the WandaVision to mislead me? Like, I feel like they did this on purpose. And this is what I was saying, Jane, you weren't here, is that like I stopped reviewing the show because I was like, I just need to know what the hell is going on because there's just way too many Easter eggs. There's way too much going on. I can't review this until I figure out what's going on. And I think you kind of felt the same way, and that's why you stopped reviewing it too, right?
Yeah, I couldn't go on. Like, it got so ridiculous that it was just a mess. It was a hodgepodge of concepts and directions they wanted to go in. It's like they didn't know what they wanted this to be. And if you don't know what you want it to be, I don't either.
It was
So I
lost.
was just waiting.
That's good.
Yeah. And when
It
in
was
doubt,
lost.
an MCU movie always or show has to always end with just a bunch of people smashing things and flying through the air and giving us all a seizure.
Yeah.
Pretty
She
much.
looked pretty damn fine though in that outfit.
Another
That
I
outfit.
love the outfit.
I did like the
though.
outfit.
I love the outfit.
Yeah,
I
that's
love the
me
outfit.
Halloween
She was
this year. Mhm, that's me.
Me too.
Both
wait a
versions.
minute.
Her costume and
Scott.
this one.
No, wait a minute.
Scott's like, I'm buying that outfit for my
I'm
wife.
totally gonna be. Yeah, that's what I meant for her.
So there were elements that I really enjoyed that were really compelling. And then in between those, it was like a really slow burn. Sometimes it was
Mhm.
like a hodgepodge. It was like a slog to get through. I think the Modern Family episode was the most like, okay.
Yeah.
When is it going to get interesting? And it didn't get interesting until the very end when she's in the basement.
Mhm.
Like, oh, something's happening. So
the
that
first
was
three
kinda
episodes,
odd.
though, Elaine, were great. The first three episodes
Yeah.
were so like
That should have
okay,
been
well-
one episode, I felt like, though.
perfect way of putting it. They didn't they didn't have enough stuff, but I wish the episodes were longer and they could have filled it in better, but they wouldn't have done a good job at it. It seems like
Yeah.
No.
that's what sucks.
But like Monica Rambeau, like that's a good character. I feel like they didn't
Yes.
give her enough time. There are elements that they just didn't put the time in to develop. And I feel like if they did, if they didn't have so much time trying to get to where they wanted toward the end, and just like from the beginning, like maybe shave off one of the episodes and put that time towards the end for other character development. We have a new superhero, but I feel like it was like shoehorned into this, similar to Captain Marvel, that there's just no time for development, no time to really know about this character. We know just very bit about her background and her but it's like it's kind of an epic thing what happened to her, but I feel like they did her justice for what actually happened to her. And I don't know, a lot of elements like that.
That's a perfect way of putting it. Her origin story was shoved into somebody else's show.
Yeah.
And if they were going to do that, they should have gave it the respect it deserves, because I think she's going to be, to me, I really like the actress and I like how she portrayed Rambeau. So I think she could be a fan favorite if done correctly.
Yeah, they need to give
Have
her
be
due.
Captain Marvel.
Yeah, please.
That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping that they're going to replace her with Captain.
They would
She has a
never.
personality.
They would never. They would.
You
never
don't think
do
so, Jane?
Oh my
Ever.
God, Jane, why?
Well, I always thought that Captain Marvel, the way she's been presented is that she's kind of an outsider. Like she's busy with the other threats to the greater galaxy, but not so much limited to Earth. Because I've never seen her on Earth but one time.
Right.
Besides when she came back in Endgame, and so maybe if she's the version of Captain Marvel that stays on Earth and protects it from threats, and Captain Marvel can do her thing like they're going into outer space with the Skrulls. I have no idea what they're doing with that. But then I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I'm with you. 19K Fox, what up, player?
Hey, yeah, we kind of talked about this about Hayward turning into a child murdering villain. Like I didn't see that coming either. I was like, what? Like I get that he's a douchebag, but he wouldn't shoot kids. Would
Right.
he?
He's evil white man.
Yeah.
The only thing he was missing was a British accent.
And the thing about it though is that he wasn't entirely wrong. It's like the argument I
Right.
made last time is that they could simply have had different missions.
Right.
They didn't have to make him out to be a villain when she's literally killing these people slowly,
Right.
town.
Yeah.
She encompassed a town. She encompassed a
Not all.
town in this hex that no one could get into, really. She's
Yeah.
torturing these people. He had all the right to
Mhm.
do with Vision what he did because he is a product. He's not a human being. So they could have made him more of a sympathetic character because I thought that's what they were going to do when he was like, you guys got snapped away. We were
Mhm.
here holding the bag.
Mhm.
And then they just kind of dropped that to turn him into,
yeah,
Going to
totally.
jail. I'm going to jail. Do you see what she's done? Wanda
Yeah.
should be going to jail.
she's just like,
yeah.
peace out.
Well, they can't arrest her even if they wanted
that's
to,
true.
but
That's true.
No.
but there has to be some repercussions here because these people were tortured for who knows how long, and
Right.
Well, and I
Wait,
think
wait,
that
wait,
would
hold
have.
on, hold on. Why couldn't she be arrested?
because
Who's
she's like
gonna-
the most
gonna
powerful. She's
trap her?
powerful than the
So
sorcerer
Superman,
supreme.
Superman got arrested.
Well,
Well, she'd have to let herself be arrested.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be like a symbolic thing.
It would
But-
be a
Exactly.
symbolic,
Yeah.
but that's the thing too, though. Like that's what I thought that Doctor Strange was going to come into this,
Yes.
because I thought that Doctor Strange would be like, "Listen, lady,
They said she's more powerful than he is.
but still, he's
Well,
the
maybe that's
master
Maybe you
of it.
could talk to her and be like, "Listen, you kind of effed everyone over here for a while, so maybe you should go to therapy or something."
How does
Well,
she
maybe
leave a
that's what it
hero?
was at the end where she was off in that cabin. Maybe she was banished or did a self-banishment.
She
Well,
did.
she
to
had
learn
to.
the
She's
dark
learning
one.
how her powers. Yeah, she's learning how to
Definitely.
use them.
So how
Yeah.
is that punishment?
No, that's not punishment. That's,
That's not
actually not
punishment.
good.
Oh.
It's a devil book.
Yeah,
She should be
that seemed
banned from
more like she
magic.
was. That seemed more like she was turning evil. Like, did you guys see the way she looked? I was like,
Yes.
oh no.
I didn't like that Monica was like, "Oh yeah, I understand. If I could have my mom back, I would have done
Yeah.
the same."
I would do it
Well,
too.
the same
Yeah, that's
thing.
what
Yeah,
she
I'd
said.
kidnap and torture a whole
There were
town.
people that wished for death than rather go under her
Right.
influence again. So
Yeah.
that's how bad it was.
Oh my god.
She was the villain, and I
Yeah.
can't get that out of my head. I just don't believe.
You know what it was, though, Jane?
this.
She was the villain, but they didn't want her to be treated as a villain. Like,
Mhm.
it was like either decide her to be evil for a while and maybe she comes back a couple movies later, or decide that she ends this the right way. Like, they totally.
I forgot. Yeah, that.
That's
Ralph
I
was
mean,
her
we
husband.
haven't gotten there yet, but that was totally my question, because I was like, so wait, like Agatha Harkness is gonna live in this town with this boner guy? Like, I totally thought the same thing. I was like, what is this happening? Like, what?
Well,
And
there's
did she
worse
have
things
a-
than living with a boner.
What happened to her husband? Didn't she
That
have
was
a husband?
him. She was
Oh
calling
my
that guy
God.
Ralph.
Wait,
How?
wait,
How? Wait,
everybody,
Wait,
just
stop.
wait. This,
Boner was the husband.
oh
That-
my god.
He's like half her age, isn't
Well,
he?
she just said Ralph was her husband. I don't
Exactly,
think they were
exactly.
actually married.
Maybe this is Ralph Jr.
She referred to him as Ralph, and
But
Yeah,
yeah,
she's
she
a cradle robber.
yeah.
Oh
I think she
my
just took his
God.
house. She just took his house and put
Mhm.
him under, made him Quicksilver.
Yep, agreed.
I'm sure she
And-
did. But it's it's
So-
a better joke that she just lived with a boner for 60 years.
This is so
Oh
weird.
my
Oh,
god.
gosh. It's a Mandarin alone.
And look at these people fleeing for their lives. Like they are going to need therapy.
My mother's coming.
That's what she said. No.
I'm sorry. um. So.
Oh no.
That was a good one.
So this is the thing, though. Okay, so they're like running for their lives because she's finally letting them out of the prison. Like she's like, "I'm gonna open the door and you
Right.
guys run," and then they're like,
But they don't have their
Wow.
children with them. They don't have their pets.
Screw the kids. We can have more. Run!
"Yeah, just get the out." It.
This is crazy.
Every
Oh
man
my
for
God.
himself.
I'd be tripping people. Sorry, honey.
Oh my god.
And no one else knows to run. It's just the people in the town square at the moment.
Yeah, because everybody else is effed over in their houses and shit. They're still messed up. Like,
And think about it. Wait a minute. How long does it really stay open? Do the people in the town center actually get there that quick? That's like a far distance.
that was really far. That's like a kilometer.
You're telling me someone who looks like me is going to run all the way to, I'd be like, and then the thing would be shutting. I'm
this
like,
dude, like
no.
this dude right here. He's gonna
Right.
run a kilometer right now.
Exactly.
Like,
Hey, it's adrenaline. It's adrenaline.
Oh
This is
yeah, that's
right
true.
And then you think how many people I just knocked over and they're going to be like, right behind me, I'm like, son of a bitch, I'm dead.
I would look at the distance and just say, you know what, I can't make it. I don't understand
Yeah.
what you mean.
Yeah. I would just sit down Indian style. Just
I'd be like,
"I'm
can I have a
gonna die."
lift? Like, what? Why don't they grab a car? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on
Because they're
here.
not thinking. They're
There's
not
cars around. So
But the cars are shifting shape. So you get in there in the back seat, you may end up on the roof.
that's true. Yeah, because they're all turning into different shapes, and oh my god,
man.
this is a bit of a mess, isn't it?
Yeah, there are also threads they just did nothing with, like the person who was in witness protection,
Oh my God. Well, where
Yes.
is he? Who is he?
Right.
and the people in the commercials. Did they identify the couple?
No,
Did they do anything, or are they just townspeople? Like,
they were
You
just
know-
there should have been. I feel like they should have been like something, or maybe they were the person.
I thought she was gonna be. They were gonna be her parents, and then
I thought that mailman dude was gonna be the witness protection guy or something, because they kept
Yeah.
showing him in like really weird spots, and that I don't know. I feel like maybe this is one of those shows that has like 2 or 3 alternate endings, and then they were like, just release this.
well, this is the problem. They use that storyline to get Jimmy to this, because why would the FBI be there unless
Mm.
they had a reason? Now, again, it could be an Easter egg they drop here, and then 2-3 movies down, we meet this guy. But at the moment, who the hell is he or her?
What was
Shit.
funny to me was the mailman guy was like, I'm so well, not him, the delivery guy was like, I'm so tired.
Oh my god, that's funny.
I hope that it was him that was under witness protection, but he's just a regular dude, I guess.
He's an actor too. So why would you can't be an actor and be in witness protection? So
yeah.
I thought about that. I mean, it could still be the delivery guy who was a pizza guy. He just looks like somebody who could have been in the mob or
But they
something.
didn't even show us who it was in the end. Like,
No, not at all.
There was nothing. Like, I was like, what?
Use your
I wonder if they'll
imagination.
pick that
Maybe
up
there's
in,
some cut
Falcon and
scenes.
the Winter Soldier, but
That looked cool.
yeah.
That
A lot
looked
of
cool.
this looked cool. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, this is cool. This
Some
is
of the
cool.
space fighting wasn't that great, but that looked really cool.
This is when the
Child abuse?
the kids?
Child
Yeah,
abuse.
yeah.
She's trying to undo it, and then she realized they're disappearing, and then
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and then she stopped. So she closed the door.
And then
Those
they
people
have
made
their
it out. But
then
those
they have
people made it out, right? Like there's
Yeah, no,
nobody
no.
around now.
no, they did not.
Oh
And I'd
my
be like,
God.
son of a bitch. And now they have their Incredibles moment.
Yeah, so they do have that incredible.
oh,
moment.
okay, yeah, that was kind of cute.
That was
Yeah.
kind of cute. It was kind of cute.
Nice homage to the comics, I think too.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
also
yeah.
like this. I also like that when she like protected them with the shield and everything. I thought that was dope. She
Yeah,
was
the
really
Incredibles.
Mhm, mhm. So then White Vision shows up, and so did the army guys. And
You
that's
almost did it. Just call him Vision.
Vision.
White Vision.
Which
Yeah, because
That's actually
he's
better.
white.
Yeah,
Vision.
Vision.
that's less offensive. There we go.
Well, they were calling Vision Vishon because they noticed he has like a
I
slit.
saw that. That was so funny.
Oh, no.
Wait a minute. What?
People on Twitter were calling him Vishon because they noticed he has like a butt.
Oh my god, I saw that. Hold on, let me see if I can pull that up because I saw that
I
and I
missed
thought
that.
I died.
That was hilarious.
It was so funny. I'm pretty sure that Christy retweeted that, so I'm gonna go to Christy's Twitter.
This is one of my favorite parts of this episode, though.
Yes, this
Yeah.
is good.
I mean, just him knowing that he'd be able to talk himself into this philosophical dilemma. Like,
Mhm.
okay, if I'm supposed to be, going after the real Vision, which one of us is real, and are we both, are neither of us, so I thought that was really cool.
Mhm.
And you could
I
see
can't-
too, he was
can't find it.
like he didn't know it was going to work.
Right.
I love his facial expressions. Like this is working.
Right.
I mean, he basically is Vision. I mean, he was the baseline Vision. He had his he just didn't have his memories, but
Right.
he had that he was presupposed. I can't think of the word. He had his
Yes.
same analytical ability, so he could appeal to that. And then when he got his memories, then he's Vision. That's that was cool.
Yeah. Now, my thought on it, because everyone's Vision. Everyone was like, why did he just fly away? Well, the way I looked at it is he gave him the memories, but they were just memories. He had to be able to understand the feeling that might have gone along with those memories. Like, it's just not something. I liked how they didn't make it like an automatic, like, oh, I'm Vision now. Like, it was like, okay, I got these memories. What do I do with these memories now?
Yeah.
Because all of a
I kind
sudden,
of disagree, though. I kind of disagree because I feel like memories are kind of like what makes up a soul, especially for an AI, because that's what happened with the original Vision, right? Like he kind of formulated these memories, and he realized that he's sentient, right?
right,
Like he
right,
wasn't,
yeah, definitely.
but so like I don't know, like when he just took off, like I was like, well, even if he doesn't have like quite like love or something for her, he still remembers everything. Like he now remembers all of it. So even if you don't have like quite like feelings, you would still be like, hey, like, oh my God, I remember everything now. Or like,
But isn't that what that is, though? I mean, if you think about consciousness, and that's why I love their whole discussion.
exactly.
Yeah.
If you think about what that is and what we are and how we express ourselves, it is based on memories.
That's
With
exactly
that
what I
comes
think.
emotion. So I think
Right.
it was more than that. I think he became himself in all but the stone.
Right.
That's what I think too. And that's why it was so out of place that he would just take off, because I would think that he would at least be like, yo, I got my memories back.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that was a tough part. Like, yes, and Deviant Porg's right. He knew that they were in his mind. He just had to show him how to get there. So he unlocked his memories. So yes, that actually clears it up even more. It's his memories. It's not even like he put them in his mind.
Right.
They're not Wanda's version of those memories. They're actually Vision's memories that the Vision that unlocked them doesn't even have. You know what I mean? Like, those are Wanda's memories coming out of the POC Vision. Oh God, that's horrible. So yeah, I'm done.
Plum Vision.
I like that. Plum Vision. Plum Vision is just what Wanda remembered. So,
Right.
and maybe what some of that Soul Stone helped with, because he did come out with the yellow and not the red, but he unlocked what the true Vision remembered. So you're right. He should have been like, I'm
So
Vision.
if he's restoring those memories, does that mean he only has it up to the point that Thanos killed him?
Yes.
Yes.
See, we were debating that earlier on the stream.
I think so, because, well,
then that's a great idea.
His memories are being
Mephisto.
unlocked, and yeah, that would be it.
Mephisto's in the chat.
Oh, hey,
That's
Mephisto.
Maybe
That
he
is
was
awesome.
like, he was overwhelmed.
Where
he
were
needed to
you?
go and meditate.
That's what I thought.
I thought you were going to show up in this show, man.
Actually, can we try to like pause last visions he's seeing, memories he's seeing? Because that's a really good question. I thought he only unlocked what until his death, but could have the other one added like what happened? Yeah, he didn't add anything, right?
Sure. As soon as we get there. So this is the scene that, dude shoots the kids.
Look, she looks like that jelly.
Well,
they
he's
shoot.
shooting between the kids in this shot, technically, but yeah.
Right. Now look, she went from blue to yellow eyes.
Nerd cookies, he's shooting at the kids, dude.
I'm just saying, in that one shot though, she's
Look at
between the
this, his head
kids,
right
and
for
he's
his head.
shooting.
Yeah, that kid was gonna get
He's a
shot.
child killer. Okay, Nerd Cookie's a child
I'm
killer.
just saying, just that one image though, just showed her in between and the one bullet going through, and like, well,
He's
she's
a really
technically
bad
not.
shot. He's a really bad
Wow.
shot.
He's like a stormtrooper. Okay, so then this bitch has to come. This lady
I
has
love
to come.
Darcy.
She's just like, yeah, I'm gonna get
Poor
you.
Darcy. She started out really intriguing for me, and then she
Right.
turned into a clown.
Thank
I
you.
didn't like
I
her
love
at
her,
all
but
from
why?
the beginning.
Oh,
you
no
did-
way.
Well, she always was kind of weird and quirky. So at the beginning, she kind of was true to her character for me. Yeah, but I can see how she wasn't. But then, it devolved after she got into the hex, and it just went downhill for me for her character.
Yeah, me too. I hated that whole when she was part of the circus, and then
Oh yeah,
No, oh gosh.
I was
that,
like, what
that
is
was the
happening?
slog to get through.
Yeah.
That was
I was
annoying.
annoyed.
I
Oh,
didn't
no,
like the
Jinx.
idea of her just sitting there eating cereal while these people are stuck in their suffering.
Yeah, like, and they were stuck in that stupid thing the whole time, like in the van, like just talking, and then Vision's like, "What am I doing here? Like, let me get out of here now." Like, I was like, 20 minutes later, the whole fucking episode, you're just sitting here doing nothing. Like
19K Fox, he said something that you just brought up that I thought about too. I thought, they were going to merge. I thought the Plum Vision was going to touch Vision and go into like they would become one.
Why didn't they?
My head hurts.
Hey, phrasing.
Right?
That sounds cool. I feel like the fan theories were way better than
They were
what
awesome.
they executed.
But
Yeah.
why didn't that happen though?
Maybe the download was just too much for him to process. But then
That's
again,
what I
I'm
was
telling the
thinking, but
story
he's
for
Vision.
them.
He's Vision.
Yeah, you're telling a story for them, and that's it. I have no idea. I can only speculate what they were thinking.
Yeah.
It was still because plot. Ultimately, it was because plot.
No,
They're like,
because
we've only got 3 minutes left. Just have him
because
fly away.
we need to wonder about him for the next whatever
Like,
properties he
Well,
and I
might
feel
show up
like,
in.
and I feel like this is like one of those things where they wanted like the white man to be taken down by a woman, and then it turned out to be her. Like they were like, we'll just, make her.
It is obvious.
alive.
I was trying to stay away from that, but it is obvious. Like, why make him so one-dimensional? Like, he really was being set up to have, like, that moment he said, "We were here holding the bag." I was like, okay, it's going to be deeper. Yes, he's the white guy. I don't care if you're white or black or purple or male, female. If you're the villain, I want layers to you. And it's
It
like,
don't matter if you're black or white.
So
This
then
part was so cool.
oh, the eyes
When
come
they're
back.
just circling each other and
Yeah.
yeah, really
White
well done.
Walker.
I'm trying
White
to
Walker.
I'm trying to see if I can like pinpoint the spot that
Oh, that was so sad.
maybe I can press play on this.
Okay.
So this
That's also-
Thanos.
Okay.
Oh,
So he's unlocking these memories. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, they're
Okay.
kissing.
And he
Oh.
did.
He dead.
He remembers
Okay.
he did.
It blowing up again. Okay.
All right. So we got some.
Okay. So he did stop at the time of his death.
So wait, does he remember then that Scarlet Witch killed him too?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because
because that happened before.
right. That
before
was the
then.
first one. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, I rewatched that scene. Oh, my heart.
Hmm.
She's
So then-
crying.
so then- I feel like because this thing kind of turns yellow too. So like the Mind Stone is now there.
That's another
Right?
thing I wish they didn't do, because what they're saying right there is somehow the Mind Stone from Wanda to Plum Vision now to Vision has like some of that essence has gone into this chip. I don't know if that actually happened, but that's a cool, again,
Yeah. It might be
idea.
symbolic.
Right.
It's either symbolic, or if you really think about what the Infinity Stones are, because the Infinity Stones, I mean, technically could be a form of technology, like a crystallized,
Right. You're absolutely right.
because we don't really know what they are, right?
It could be the ether, like the Redstone was.
Right, or they could be technology, like crystal, like kind of like crystal chips that for computers and stuff like that. So they could be something similar to that. So I could see it, transferring.
His
over.
eyes changed too. So is this
Yeah.
and his eyes?
Yes, there, and then there's his eyes. His eyes become human, right?
Yeah, it goes back
they
to
look like
those eyes.
visions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I think is kind of weird because he's still a robot. Like, why does he have human eyes? That's kind of weird.
Because he can change.
I think
Like right now, he could
they should
become
have kept it
Plum.
Like this. I
Like
think
right
they
now,
should-
he can become Plum.
I think they should have kept it like this. I think
Those are
his
dope
eyes-
eyes.
His eyes would have been way cooler like this.
Yeah.
First.
But his humanity came back with his memories.
So
Yeah.
but then he leaves. That's it. He took off.
You know what? The man needed some space. Okay.
Yeah.
And this,
He's like-
I didn't understand it, except that I don't know, maybe he felt that the other Vision and Wanda were a family now, and he just had no place.
But no words, like not even a single word. Like, and that's the other thing too. Like, for all he knows, they could just be killed by Agatha Harkness. So he's not going to
Yeah,
help him
and
out.
then-
Like,
And then you know what? I got to go in a couple minutes, but even the part that pissed me off even more is at the very end when they win. why doesn't Plum Vision tell her, hey, by the way, White Vision has all my memories back?
Exactly. Nothing.
Because they have to make it a reveal in the next stupid movie.
Yeah, the next thing, the Doctor Strange or what? The next. It's just Easter eggs and or end scenes or whatever, and credit scenes.
19K5 says, how did Sword repair his vibranium body? It seems like wasted Black Panther cameo. That is a really good question.
Again, what did I say a couple episodes ago when this has only been like a week long, right? This has not been that long of a time they've been stuck in this hex. So at least that's how they make it seem. So Wanda visited Sword, saw him chopped up, left there, blew up, turned into the hex, all this stuff happened, and they were able to take the one they chopped up with freaking hacksaws, this $3 billion thing they're cutting with hacksaws, and ripping apart. They were able to put that highly technical piece of machinery that was built by another sentient being back together, and be waiting for her power to go into it. Like, they had to have multiple bodies or something, because no way the one she said, I can't feel anything, like I don't feel him. It could not have been Vision if they built him that quick again to be ready in less than like a week to be a Vision. I
think there was a whole line in there somewhere where they talked about building and rebuilding him multiple times. But
he was
doesn't
he was in pieces.
They should have had. I agree with the Black Panther cameo. They should have had Wakandans down there or something.
Yes,
putting it together.
Or Reed Richards.
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to.
This is a good question.
This is a great question, and there's another one that I want to highlight as well. Robert Anderson says, I never understood that. Wanda says color vision is the silver of the Mind Stone, which lives inside her with her memory. When did she get a silver of the Mind Stone? Sliver, I'm sorry.
So when she first encountered the Mind Stone, or when she touched Loki's staff at the beginning when they show her backstory, and she sees the Scarlet Witch, is that the when she was touched by it, or when she had it? I'm guessing that's what it is. If that's
right.
That's what I thought.
She was like, in a way, like Captain Marvel was radiated with the Space Stone, isn't that's the one, right? The same thing happened to her. It wasn't the stone itself, but the radiation the stone gave her. So that's sliver. That's what she means by a sliver. It's actually whatever the stone allowed to be released into her, she took, I guess, and created him. Because it did. It came out red, but turned yellow. So that had to be, to me, that's the Mind Stone. Like, why did it turn red to yellow when it was creating Vision? It could have just stayed red because he's plum, but no, it turned to that yellow. So it had to be. You got me with the plum. I love that. Plum Vision.
Arctic Vision is cool too.
I like that.
Arctic Vision. Nice.
I like POC Vision still, but Curtis Schultz says Wanda is part of the Mind Stone. Her magic made Vision, in which he is sort of the part of the stone, I'm guessing. And he passed it on to Arctic Vision.
See, no, I disagree, but that's how it looks.
But that's kind of how it looks, though.
Right, it does. But he said he was unlocking. He says, you have it in you. I just need...
But
you don't know how to retrieve it.
He touched him, though. So in the moment he touched him, maybe that was some sort of transference.
Okay, I'll take that.
I think it was because of the color transference. I'm just rewinding back here so we can see that again. But because of that color transference, because, his little...
Right. Well, he was created again, from red to yellow, he became. So yes, maybe he was transferring. The way he was able to unlock it was using that transference, because it wasn't him putting those memories in.
Yeah.
He actually says, I'm unlocking those memories, but maybe he had to use that power to unlock it.
I almost think this would have been more clear if after he had done this, that this wouldn't be yellow anymore. Because that means it would have been transferred into this, right?
See, it goes back to blue. So it's not like it stays yellow. So he used that power to unlock it. And that's all it needed. It's in him, but it's not there. It's everywhere.
I I feel like this is one of those things where we're like way overthinking it, and
We are.
Yeah.
We're thinking about it more than they did.
My
the
brain
writers, the writers didn't give a fucking crap. That's what happened. They were like, we don't care.
They made a boner joke, so I don't think
Yeah.
Oh my
Exactly.
god, they took such a great character and turned him into a boner. I'm so pissed off. Oh my god,
Silver just keeps getting screwed over.
he really does.
So then we had this scene with Wanda. I didn't even understand this scene either, though, because like she was creating it, but then these witches wake up and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna kill you." And I'm like,
Yeah. Okay,
How does
so
it work?
this
Kinda
is like
dumb.
it is dumb because it's going back to what she did to all the Avengers in the first or in Age of Ultron,
Mhm,
where she made them think of their worst moment or their worst fear,
mhm.
and yet somehow it turns on her because witches would have seeked out the greatest power. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't get that at all. I was like, what? This just seems like it's stupid for the sake of being stupid. Again, like we overthink it, but they're like, let's just do this because
Right.
why not?
Oh man.
But then her little crown appears, which we're like, oh, okay. She's gonna turn into Scarlet Witch now. And then they go fight more. And I was like, why does she like keep giving her what she wants? Like, why does she keep giving her power? What a
I do
weird-
have to say, I
was
do have to
wondering that
say,
too at the
yeah.
time.
But I do have to say, like, she's missing her. Why does she keep missing her? Because she was making the rune.
She was making
runes.
the runes.
And I thought that was kind of a smart callback.
Oh
But
my
what someone asked was, how did she know how to make the runes? She wasn't trained.
Yeah.
She saw them. She just designed the same design. She didn't make, she just made the symbols.
Were they the same?
I believe so, yeah.
I don't think so.
Oh, I think we should look.
No,
I'm gonna have to do a
Did
breakdown
she?
now.
But I don't know if she had time to see all the things. There was like surrounded. Well, I
You're
don't
right
know.
about that. No,
Yeah,
you're
that's
right
one
about
thing
that.
too. I wish they would take more time for her to be down in the dungeon or whatever, and she could just try to find a way to escape, and maybe she could try and
Right.
look at the runes. She could have a better look at them, or there was that book that was there too. We don't even see
Yeah.
her getting the book, but it was there, right? The dark hole was in the.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
true.
it was there. It was on a shelf.
Yeah.
But maybe
If
she's
they
just a
took more time for those moments, then the payoff would make more sense.
Yes.
just a quick study, you guys. Come on. Girl power. Okay. She knows.
She's Palpatine.
She's like, bitch, I outsmarted you. Okay.
I have all the witches living
She didn't even have to
inside
read
me.
the book
Yeah,
this
there you
Out of
time.
all the witches,
Oh
I
my
have
Yeah.
all of
God.
them. They
I
live
am all-
inside me.
But she got the awesome outfit.
Yay. This was cool.
Yeah.
This was
Woohoo!
cool. I was like,
Yeah,
Cosplay
that was cool,
time
yeah.
for Teresa.
She looks smoking hot in that. I'm sorry. She really does.
she
I
really
can do that
does.
hair too. Yeah, because my hair can.
I like the
Look
color, the dark color, the
Oh, yeah, my hair's-
glows. Those are
I
nice
loved
touches.
it.
yeah, the outfit was.
I mean, the outfit was on point, and there's boobs. Like,
Mhm.
you know, there's
She looks like a woman.
yeah, she looks like a woman. There's no lack of
They're still there.
Yep. Yep. They didn't press them all in.
you're not gonna have boobs now.
And you know what's great though? She will look even better in a movie. Like this is a TV quality. You know, sometimes like
Is it though? Because this is a very expensive.
oh no, I'm with
TV
you.
show.
I just feel
Like on
like
the big screen,
and on the big screen, it's just gonna look so much better.
That's true.
if we're ever allowed to go to friggin' movies. And
Yeah, that's
movie
true.
theater.
I think they said something about Spider-Man being only released in theaters, so we'll see.
Is Black Widow being
No.
released
It's being
That-
released on both.
It's gonna
on
happen.
both?
Yeah.
This
Well,
part-
that's as far as I know. I don't know. This part I did not freaking understand. I was like, what
I just have to say though, look at her eyes.
the
They're
hell?
dead inside.
She is like, you know, like she's smiling, but those eyes are crying. Like she's such a good actress.
Yeah, it's a
Like, I
devil's
really-
eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think what happened is basically she imprisoned her, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, she imprisoned her and Boner. So they're like in the same town. And she's like, "Yeah, I'll come by and pick you up later. Like, don't worry."
Cougarville.
She's smiling a little too hard.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But that's
That
the thing
makes
though,
sense.
like once everything disappears, because this part she still hasn't like, you know, taken everything
What?
She
away.
have her brooch still? her witch brooch, whatever that
Oh,
is.
I didn't even think about that.
I didn't think about that. I'm trying
Damn, she
to.
looks good in that.
No, I couldn't see it. I don't know because once she like actually takes the town and like gets rid of it.
I mean, are they really just gonna leave her in there? She's like a
Yeah, that's
she's,
what I'm saying. She's just gonna leave her in this weird ass town. Like this is the scene.
Hasn't this town been through enough?
How was the town okay with her still being there?
That's what I'm saying. So
they're all awake.
They just okay. So like, where is she right now?
Reparations.
That's where the house was. The house was.
Like, where is the other witch right now? I mean, the other
she's
witch
living with Boner.
Yeah.
We don't even see her here. Like, she's not even around.
Boner stoner.
And all of the damage to this town, she didn't repair?
Nothing. And she's like, I'm out.
She left it a dump, just like she came into it. It was a dump. She left it like a dump. And this chick was all, I would have done the same
that was in the
thing.
house.
But it was worse because they destroyed stuff when they were fighting. Like,
yes,
that's true.
Damage, their monetary damages here.
Like, you know who could have fixed that? Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Yep.
Reparations for the town. They're
Exactly.
gonna sue. They're gonna sue the town.
The best part is Rambeau's like a federal agent of some sort. She works for SWORD, and she's just like, okay, I would have done the same thing. Good luck.
Yeah, that's what got to me too. She was like, I would have totally done the same thing to bring my mom's back. Don't worry. And then she was like, they'll never know what you gave up for them. I'm like, you mean a delusion? She was delusional.
Right.
Like,
I'm
what?
sorry, that
that
image you paused it on for Monica was really good.
I didn't want to be so mean. I was trying not to be mean. I changed it.
Go ahead and be
Oh my god.
Yeah,
See if I can find another one.
I mean,
my god.
That woman pleading for her child so she can come out of her room.
Oh my god.
Heartless woman. Well,
so true.
Wow.
That's your husband.
Yeah, I got to bounce on that one because that was perfect.
He said he had to bounce on that one.
Yeah, me too.
That sounded horrible. I didn't even think of it that
way. Oh my god.
Hey, phrasing.
Nick, nice to meet you. That was fucked up. All right. Thank you
Please
for
tell us where we can find you, Scott.
I don't know. I don't know anymore. You can find me tomorrow night with Jayne and Miss Martin Muses. Usually, those ladies are with me, and Stig on our Song of Ice and Fire reread. So we're on book 2, which is A Clash of Kings, some chapter, and we're gonna go over it, and we try not to spoil it. But yeah, check out my channel and hit subscribe.
Excellent.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for joining us. Nerd Cookies, tell everybody where they can find you. Scott's link is in the description.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for inviting me on. It's always fun talking with you.
So much fun. I'm glad you came on here.
A lot of laughs, as always. Yeah, you can find me on Nerd Cookies, the main channel. And I just started a new gaming channel, Nerd Cookie Arcade. So, yeah, come check that out. Subscribe. And thank you. Again, had a lot of fun.
Nick, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of me, Nick. I'll be gentle.
Oh my god. Nick, I'm gonna make you a mod right now so that you can drop Nerd Cookies' other channel in the chat because I don't have access to that right now. But
thanks.
There you go. Again, thank you so much for joining us, Nerd Cookies and Scott. You guys have a great night.
Thank you, guys. Bye.
Of course.
Bye.
Good night. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. And then there's the matriarchy that's left here. Matt G with a $1.49 super sticker here. Let me see what it is. It's a Dumicorn. Yay. Thank you so much, Matt G. I appreciate that. But yeah, so going on with the rest of the show here, we're almost done. Oops, what am I doing? Hold on. Oh,
what happened?
No, everything's fine. I pressed the wrong button and I was like, what did I do? It's weird when you have to share a screen with an actual application. Okay, there we go. All right, so yeah, so then she was all, yeah, like, oh my God, my mom's, like, I would have done the same thing for her because who gives a shit about everybody else? And they'll never know what you did.
Yeah,
Never
they'll know what
knew.
you did. They'll know you imprisoned and tortured and
Well, they
kept
know exactly what she did because they felt what she felt and they know why she did it. So
That's true, actually. But they're probably like, they don't really care though. They're probably like, "Fuck you, bitch."
yeah, it wasn't worth it.
Yeah.
It was not worth it. There's no
No.
justification for this.
There's really no justification for
You know,
any of that.
another thing, there was an inconsistency too, I noticed, is when she was turning the town back to normal.
Mm-hmm.
Every other time we've seen these artificial people, be it Vision or the kids, being ripped apart,
Mm-hmm.
it was painful.
Mm-hmm.
And yet this time she just put them to bed and it was fine.
Yeah.
Like, I felt like we should have heard them screaming or crying or
Wow.
something because like
They died in their sleep peacefully, Jane.
she just put them in the bed. They weren't asleep.
They knocked out fast. They had a big day.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
she
What, you
drug
wanted
them?
to see more children screaming in terror and torture?
That's what should have happened. Like they
Wow.
should have been.
I mean,
screaming.
it's true because earlier in the episode they were like, "Mommy, ah!"
It's like no.
Oh
Go
my
to bed.
God.
Shut the door. Okay.
That's funny. So then she leaves. Of course, we have a giant, what's it called? Scene. Okay, and then we see this stupid scene with the crawl.
How was she free? Like I don't even understand why they would trust Monica at this point.
I don't know, because they don't like Hayworth, so they're like, well, whatever, or Hayward or whatever.
Yeah.
I didn't even see this woman the entire time, though. I don't know who the hell she was. I was expecting it to be that other lady. Remember the one that we were talking about?
Yeah, the military girl.
Yeah, the military girl. And then it turns out to be this woman. And then
Like,
she's
why?
Yeah. Like, who are you? I've never even seen you in this one. Never seen her in this show. And then she just shows up and she's like, by the way, I'm a squirrel. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Shellback's like, quit being so morbid, Jane.
Yeah.
Yeah, goddamn, Jane.
We see, and I'm still so confused by these daggone scrolls because, from what I understand, the way they were presented in Captain Marvel the movie is different than they are in the comics, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, are they bad guys or good guys?
Some of them are good guys. Some of them are bad guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Monica's about to beam. Daisy, thank you so much. Let's see what this sticker is. Oh, it's a little puppy going, bravo, bravo. Yay. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I wish it would show the sticker like on the screen because I want to keep that up. But
I know they need to update that.
They really need to update that. Bald green chicks are hot. Disagree.
Not this one.
Yeah, disagree.
He likes squirrels.
I'm not into squirrels. I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. Maybe it's because of the whole Captain Marvel movie being such a shit movie, but I don't like this whole storyline. I don't like the Skrulls. I don't like the whole.
I don't either.
They've infiltrated the planet. Like I don't care. Like I'm like, this is dumb.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, oh my God. Yeah, because she did say to her, like, we're gonna beam you up there. Like, what did she say exactly? She said somebody's waiting for you. I'm guessing it's Captain Marvel.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think it is.
So then she goes, and then we see the final end credit scene, which was a better one because I was like, what? Like, where'd she go?
She went to Cap in isolation.
Yeah, so she's in isolation. It's her. She's just like walking around making tea. But then I guess her ghost self or whatever, like her spirit self is unlocking the mysteries of that book, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then does she hear her kids screaming in the end? That
Well, I
was
know
like, I
she
couldn't
makes
figure out
contact
who
with
that
her
was.
kids. Those are her children for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I was like, wait, what? Because didn't her kids die? Like, what? I didn't understand that.
Well, apparently they didn't.
Well, I
And there
mean,
you go, Jane. You get your weird, morbid wish
but I
of
mean, they weren't
them
real.
suffering.
They weren't real. So I mean,
Or were they?
it's all in her head.
Vertical Horizon says that they butchered the Skrulls. I'm guessing that's the case because I really didn't like that storyline. I was like, yeah, thank you. Astral projection is exactly the word I was looking for, but I have no brain right now. Yes, this is the Doctor Strange-esque scene, but then he was nowhere to be found.
He should have been there.
He should have been there. He should have been there. They existed in another dimension, Doctor Strange too.
Yes. It's all about this whole last episode was about setting up the movie.
Yeah, but I feel like you know how sometimes they do that, but then they don't give you shit. Like I feel like we're not gonna get shit. This is not an actual setup to anything. Sometimes they give you like those weird. They're like, oh yeah, like the end credit scene, and then there's like nothing.
Well, I think that there was definitely a reason to have the children in there because that would not.
And they're all
That is
screaming
leading
and
towards
Jane,
something. Yeah,
like Jane wants.
exactly.
I don't think it's leading anywhere.
I don't think so either. Just a fan theory. I don't know.
That's pretty sick. Then they're just like, hey, remember those kids? They're screaming for all eternity in hellfire. I mean, if they never, I mean, she doesn't try to save them. I mean, do you think that Wanda, if she heard that, she'd just go, nah?
Well, apparently she's evil, isn't she? I don't know. Well, maybe she's not. But that was it. That was the end of WandaVision. Will the villain be Wanda? Yeah, for Doctor Strange too.
Why not? At this point, why not?
Honestly,
I think that
I
we
would
can't.
hate that.
Yeah, I think we can't depend on anything with the comics anymore. They don't give it.
I really like Scarlet Witch and I like Elizabeth Olsen. I don't want her to be a villain. I think it's terrible that they're making her a villain.
Or are they making her a villain?
I don't know. They can't decide.
Mm-mm.
They're like, you're a villain. Maybe not.
Well, you know how they show, don't tell? Or, I mean, sorry, rather they do the other thing around. They tell, don't show.
Mhm.
Because they're showing us her kind of being bad, threatening these people's lives, keeping them hostage. But then Monica had to jump in and tell us, oh, no, you're fine. And I think that that's why we have the dissonance to that, because it was contradicting what we were seeing.
Mhm.
I think Scott had it right. I think they want her to be the villain without letting her actually deal with the consequences of it, which could mean people not liking her. So everything she does still has to be okay.
Right. And another monster makes a great point. Wanda uses chaos magic, and Doctor Strange is a very anti-chaos magic. So it really makes no sense why or that he isn't there. Yeah, I agree. He should have been there. I mean, he should have at least made an appearance, like for like a cameo or something. Maybe like show up in the end and be like, "Oh, so you're here studying like the dark arts, I see."
Or they didn't even have to do that much. They could have just zoomed when she walked into the house, right? They could have just zoomed back or panned back, or whatever you want to call it, and all the way back, and it's him looking at the cabin.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like maybe if like they had just shown us like him showing up and like looking at her as she's in the astral like form or whatever, it would have been like something. I mean, anything really, but they didn't do anything. They didn't do anything. They didn't even do the bare minimum.
They could have showed us a portal, which suggests he was coming through. Anything.
Cameos cost money. I mean, that's true, but at the same time, they teased it.
They could have did the portal. They could have did that.
They could have used old footage, and yeah, you're right.
But they teased it though. Like there was like an episode or two ago. They were like, you know, like the finale is coming up, and Doctor Strange will be there. Like I saw the freaking literal promo from Disney Plus. I was like, this is like, I mean, they pretty much confirmed it from Disney, you know, and then they don't do it, and you're like, what? Well, what the hell was the point of that then? Because I mean, I guess it's just kind of like like false advertising because they want people to be like, oh, I want to see Doctor Strange, so I'm going to tune in, and then they don't.
Exactly.
But that's just ridiculous because eventually they know that people will find out that it didn't happen. And maybe they're just gambling that enough people will tune in and then continue the next time. And that will be a higher number than the ones that are ticked off and say, screw it, I'm not watching anymore.
If they do this with the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I'm going to be so upset.
Bobo Yogi says, in the comics, Wanda has a doppelganger type character. That's what you're seeing here. It is canon. So you're saying it's not really Scarlet Witch? Like, what?
Here's the
that
thing.
Confuses me even more.
None of that has been set up, though. This goes back to everything, all the theories that everybody said and all the comic stories and all that. I told you they couldn't do it. They didn't do it. They didn't set up anything for any of this stuff that y'all are talking about.
Yeah, I mean, like everything that you say here, like maybe something. I'm not familiar with the comics, so I cannot comment on the comics. But I can tell you this. This is not what they've portrayed so far in WandaVision. So like for them to be like she's like a doppelganger or something, like, I mean, unless you're saying she's a Skrull, I mean, no, but she has magic, so there's no way she's a Skrull.
It's not a Skrull thing, it's a magic thing. But you are correct that anything that is on screen, you should be able to just see it without having extra material to explain it. And that final scene did have me also going WTF.
They didn't set it up. They didn't set up anything, and that's why I'm so disappointed.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. It's weird because I liked it, but I didn't like it at the same time. It's not like I hated it. I honestly, like, I had no expectations. So like, I was like, like if something like, for example, with John, let's say like John, right? He watched like 3 episodes and he's like, do I really want to watch this? And I'm like, at this point, I'm like, no. Honestly, really, like if somebody was like, should I watch this show? I'd be like, do it, but have literally no expectations. If you're gonna watch it have like no expectation and just have fun watching something mindless, then sure. But if you're gonna expect anything great, like, no.
I would say watch episode 1, 2, 3 and the finale, and you got it.
Yeah. I think that's, I think, I might even tell that to John because I think he's watched the first 3 episodes. I'll be like, just watch the finale so you'll see what happens. And that's pretty much it.
Nothing else happened.
Hey, Will, what's going on? It says, to be fair, the whole Luke Skywalker thing was blown hugely out of proportion. It was some random journalist asking Elizabeth if they had a big Luke-sized moment, and she said non-committal yes.
But she shouldn't have said yes.
Yep, she shouldn't have said yes. Yep.
There isn't.
Yeah, there wasn't really one at all. She
should have said there's no such moment and don't expect anything to blow you away.
Yeah.
Well, that would have been it. Well, what she should have said was, well, just watch the show.
Yeah, watch the show and find out.
Yeah, watch the show and find out. You never go wrong by just saying, well, just watch.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like they even had Doctor Strange for her to be like, well, there'll be a cameo. Like she couldn't say anything. So I would have just been like, oh, well, you're gonna have to wait and see. Like, it really can't go wrong with an answer like that. Like,
it's the best episode ever.
Oh my God. I am the most powerful witch there is. Dread Pirate Mikey for $5 says, great job, excellent analysis, thanks for doing the stream. Well, you're welcome, and thank you so much for $5. That's very much appreciated. I appreciate you. Thank you. I thought we did a pretty good analysis. It's been a lot of fun actually doing this every week. So Jayne, we're gonna have to find something else to watch for next Sunday.
I agree.
Yeah. It's been really fun.
Like a one-off, or if you want to watch a new series, I'm watching Babylon 5. It's loads of fun.
I've watched that long time ago, man. You're catching up late.
I am.
Too late to the party.
Yeah, I didn't watch it in the 90s, and it really wasn't around. But when it came out on HBO Max, it was like, okay. And I was himself, Tim, on open airlock policy, really is a strong evangelist for the cause of Babylon 5. And I must admit, so far, I am not disappointed. And I got my mom into it too now.
I agree. I mean, I'm one of those people too. I'm a bit of I used to be more so an evangelist of Babylon 5. I'd be like, you need to watch it now. Hey, it's cousin. What's up, man? Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. That's Christy's cousin, everybody. Just letting you know. And apparently he's really, really hot. Just letting you know. Yeah, so this was a lot of fun. Overall thoughts, what do you guys think is going to be the next movie? Or wait, do you guys, is the next one going to be Falcon and Winter Soldier, or is it going to be Black Widow?
Falcon.
Okay, when is that coming out?
In a few weeks, right?
Yeah, it's coming up this month.
Yeah, and then Black Widow's in 2 months.
Okay, well maybe we can watch that, Jane.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we should watch that and review it. That'll be fun.
I swear though, if they make that woke, well, you know they're going to. It's going to be a big sermon.
I mean, go ahead, Jane.
Yeah, I'm hoping they don't. I need this to be good. It has everything it needs to be good. You have 2 great actors, great chemistry, great characters. How can it go wrong?
Oh, they have a talent for it.
Yeah, I know, right? They really do. Bucky and Sam's Excellent Adventure. That honestly, that would have been a better title. That would have been a better title. I'm just saying.
Oh, I love me some Bucky though.
I do
too. Have fun on screen. It's fine. Let them make it up as they go along.
Yeah, that's a good question. Who's the showrunner for Falcon and Winter Soldier? Do you know? Let's see.
Everyone Google.
Google is your friend. I have no idea. It doesn't say anything.
Malcolm Spellman.
There we are.
Who the heck is that?
He worked on Empire.
Oh, I've never seen that. Is that good?
I never watched it.
It was okay. I watched a couple episodes. It did have no, I'm not. It was okay. It wasn't too bad.
I only know about it because of Jussie Smollett.
Yeah.
Corey, you're absolutely right.
It's just, kind of weird that
says
would
B5 supporting cast is what makes the show. I mean, you're 100% correct, because the show is just made up of all these amazing different characters that come together in the most fascinating way. Jane, have you seen Babylon 5?
Years ago.
Yeah, me too.
It's got my Bruce Boxleitner, so he's so fine.
Shabak says Sam is not augmented like Bucky or Cap. The mantle should not have been handed to Sam. Sorry.
Well, that's the question, right? Does he take a serum? What does he do?
Is that going to be like part of the story here, you guys think?
I don't know.
I don't know if they're going to bother. Well, I think we all thought it was going to be Bucky because Bucky was that in the comics. But
that's what I thought too.
I actually didn't, because of how broken they made him in the films. Like, he's not psychologically ready.
Well,
and to me, to be Captain America at this point in the film, and at this point in the story. But I do like the idea of him training Sam. I just don't know how Sam can handle the job physically. And it'll be interesting to see if he utilizes some sort of technology, or whether he does in fact take a serum, or is he exposed to something, or what.
Who did they say is gonna be the villain in it? I don't remember.
Oh, who's gonna be the villain? Dang, I forgot.
Well,
there's more than one though. I think there are at least 3.
Really?
I don't know too much about it. Oh gosh, someone said a funny comment. Robert Anderson said, "I'm not. If you have,
I'm sorry, but the trailer for Bucky and the Falcon looks like a gay rom-com more than a Marvel series.
Hey, is
Come on.
that really that wrong?
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I like
I
gay
mean, a lot of
rom-coms.
buddy comedies have that same sort of innuendo.
Probably.
The only thing I remember from that trailer was that really awkward joke that ended really awkwardly. And I was like, is this what the show is going to be like? Like these awkward, weird jokes that didn't land? Like, because you know how like they usually, they put the best parts in the trailer. And I'm like, this was a terrible joke.
Yeah. Well, they're both nice to look at, so.
They are.
They are.
That's true. That's true.
And
they even say it in the trailer. They're like, "We look good."
yeah.
You have that going for you.
What you know what I'm talking about though, right? That joke where like that chick was like being all like women
counselor?
power. Yeah. And
Um,
she called them like toxic men or something like that. I was like, is this what this is gonna be like?
I didn't hear that. I don't know.
I forget. I don't know what it was. I have to rewatch that trailer. There was something though.
About them acting like children or something.
Yeah, something like that. They were like, I don't know. It was something weird, and I was like, I don't know if I'm feeling this, but who knows? Who knows? Maybe they'll subvert our expectation, or they won't at all in any way, like they didn't with WandaVision. So yeah, that's it for my thoughts on this subject. Did you guys want to say anything
I do want to
else?
say one thing.
Sure.
Corey, I did see Black Sails. It was fantastic.
I really need to
Fantastic
watch
series.
that. You've told me about the series, and I still
it's so
haven't checked it out.
good.
I have to watch it. You told me to watch it after we talked about Dark, and I still haven't yet to see it.
It's so good.
But it's about pirates, and I'm like, pirates? Do I really want to watch this?
It's
Okay,
about
which
so
one?
much more than
I've seen it.
Which
It's
one?
pretty dark. It's pretty
Which
violent.
one should I watch first? Should I watch Black Sails first or Vikings? Because it's one or the other.
That's a
Ooh.
hard
That's tough.
choice. They're so different. Except for the sex and the violence.
Okay, which one has sex and which one has violence?
They both have.
Oh,
I mean, and they're different, except for that's what they have in common.
I will say this though, for you, Vikings has an ending,
Oh.
and the ending for Black Sails is a little ambiguous.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So what's
Vikings it is. Okay.
Yeah. and they're historical figures, so you can't really be spoiled.
Oh, see, that's a great question. Which one is less woke?
Vikings.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Vikings it is. Perfect. Good to know.
Though it's not completely historically accurate. You got to leave your
I don't care
brain.
about historical accuracy. I don't watch like entertainment to be like taught things. It's not if it's not a documentary, it's like I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Shubak says alternate between Vikings and Black Sails. I can't alternate. Like, I'm not one of those people. I need to like with books and TV shows, I need to watch from beginning to the end, and then I can move on with my life. It's just the way it is. And when there is no ending, I have problems.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones. Okay, sorry. Is there anything else you would like to say, either of you ladies?
No. Just
It was something.
it was definitely something, and I'm very happy to bring it all full circle. I'm very happy that I binged it at the very last minute. I think I would be singing a different tune if I had been watching it gradually.
So Jayne said, like, if the question is, would you recommend it to somebody? Jayne said, watch the first 3 episodes and then watch the ending, and you'll get the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Teresa, what do you say? Would you recommend it to somebody?
Yeah, and actually I did. I told my sister to watch it. I'd recommend it, but I did give her the caveat. It's not, the greatest thing since rolled toilet paper, but it was entertaining.
Okay. Yeah, it was entertaining.
Yeah, and if you just ignore anything besides sitting on your butt and watching it, I think you'll enjoy yourself. Don't think too.
don't think too much about it. That's how I usually am with fictional shows. Graham Strauss says the historical screw ups and Vikings really did bother me, but I'm kind of a stickler for these things. I'm not. I don't know anything about Vikings.
Well, I mean, the
You might
thing
as well
is,
show
you
me
don't
anything. I'll be
even
like, okay.
you don't even know that all the stories surrounding these people had to do with these people. Like Ragnar is probably an amalgamation of different leaders anyway.
Mm.
His sons, some not all of them were probably even his son's stories. It was just you can't how historically accurate can you be with
Yeah.
stories that were passed down orally before they were written?
Yeah, I
Yeah, a
don't.
lot of them are legit. I think that the only parts that bothered me is when they do show the characters maybe not being true to their times. If they're set in the 9th century, I like them looking and acting like they're in the 9th century.
Yeah, they're dressed like in leather and stuff. Like,
Yeah,
you wouldn't be wearing that.
Wait, what? It is a setup for Treasure Island and show the rise of Long John Silver. I'm
Corey,
guessing he's
why would
talking
you
about
spoil it for her?
what?
black sails, not the Vikings.
That's what I figured.
Ignore what he just said. Don't look at it.
Okay.
That's like the
Damn you,
reveal.
Corey. I'm gonna put that out of my head. I didn't hear you. Okay, well, WandaVision was okay. That is pretty much the,
It was okay, but I will give a 10 out of 10 for how they showed and developed the love between Wanda and Vision. I think that was very well done and very well acted.
That is so cute. I kind of agree with you there. I mean, I really like Vision, but I would have really, really preferred if they had showed White Vision talk to Wanda in the end. It would have solidified that relationship for me. But then the fact that they didn't do it, I think like for me, that comes to like, a 7 or a 6 out of 10. Because come on. Like
I think that's the hello to
word.
That's the hello to which Wanda was referring that's gonna happen. When she says, we're saying goodbye again, but next time we're gonna say hello or something like that. They were saying that when they said goodbye, we will say hello. The hello is gonna be White Vision.
But she doesn't even know White Vision still exists.
That's the thing.
Or like,
it's a
or like, I mean, he didn't even tell. Okay, never mind. We're not getting into
set up.
They had to set it up for the movie, so we'll cry when it happens.
Oh my god.
She may kill him as soon as she sees him.
Yeah, she's gonna kill him as soon as she sees him, and then he's like, "But I'm your Vision," and she's like, "What? You didn't tell me that." Anyways, Jayne, tell everybody where they can find you.
You can find me here on YouTube, where I post movie and television reviews and pop culture commentary. You can also follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram at Jayne Theory.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight, Jayne. That was lovely. I always have so much fun talking to you. I gave WandaVision a B based on strength of Olsen, Bethany, and Hans' performance. I agree. All the performances were really good. Just the storytelling kind of lacked, but everything else was great. Teresa, tell everybody where they can find you.
Well, you can find me at Miss Martin Muses here on YouTube, where I talk about what makes me laugh, makes me cry, makes me happy, makes me sad, or just really ticks me off. And on Twitter, Teresa2_Martin.
Excellent. The links are in the description down below. So please subscribe to these ladies and Scott's channel, who is also in the description. You can find me here on my channel, usually on actually, what day is it today? It's Sunday. Okay, so you can find me on PJ's channel, Orville Nations, tomorrow for Dark Matter Mondays. And you can find me here on Wednesday with John. We'll be doing Infinite Talk on my channel again because we're switching back and forth now. So thank you so much for joining us for WandaVision talk. And it was really lovely to see everybody. I'm just going to say bye to everybody here. Robert, Graham, Corey, Bobo, Mr. Dallas, RMR, Eclay, everybody who showed up, Shellback, another monster.
Hey, that's
Morb. So many people were here. So thank you guys all for hanging out with us. Deviant Pork, Darius, Low Spec, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you guys joining us. Join us again next week, probably. We'll be breaking down something. We'll talk about stuff. Have a great night, everybody. Bye.
Goodbye.
Wait, I got a $2 super chat from Bobo Yogi. Says Farscape just because no one else is super chatting. Oh, that is so sweet. I have to watch Farscape. I'm so in for Farscape. I never watched it because it didn't have an ending, but then I found out it had an ending, so I'm definitely gonna watch it. Thank you so much, Bobo Yogi. I really appreciate you. Here is a clip for you and everyone who super chatted tonight. Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming. I'll see you in hell.
Thanks again. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Bye again.